When you think of the word computer, names like Apple, Microsoft, or IBM might come to mind, right? But here's the surprising truth. The real origin of the computer dates much further back. And no, it wasn't Steve Jobs or Bill Gates who invented it. The invention of the computer can actually be traced to a now forgotten company, a company that laid the foundation for the technology we rely on today, but somehow, its story has faded into obscurity. This is the story of the true pioneers who gave us the computer, and why history seems to have forgotten them. Before we dive in, let's ask one critical question. What exactly qualifies as the first computer? If you're picturing the sleek laptops or desktops we know today, think again. Early computers were more like giant machines made of gears and wires, designed for specialized calculations, rather than the all-purpose machines we use now. The journey of the computer began as a solution for solving complex equations faster than humans ever could. Some trace its conceptual roots to Charles Babbage in the 1830s. His analytical engine was the first attempt at creating something close to what we think of as a computer, but it was never completed in his lifetime. Fast forward over 100 years to the early 20th century, mathematicians, engineers, and even entire corporations were racing to build machines that could truly process and automate data. And this is where our forgotten company enters the picture. The honor of inventing what many consider the first modern computer goes to a relatively unknown company, the Eckert-Mauchly Computer Corporation. Never heard of it? That's exactly the problem. In the 1940s, J. Presper Eckert and John Mauchly were the engineers behind the world's first electronic general-purpose computer, the ENIAC. ENIAC, which stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, was completed in 1945 and is widely regarded as the grandfather of modern computing. Unlike previous calculating machines, ENIAC could be reprogrammed to handle different tasks, paving the way for the versatile computers we use today. Eckert and Mauchly eventually formed their own company in 1946 with the idea of creating commercial computers, not just government or military machines. Their next invention was a system called the UNIVAC, the world's first commercially available computer. The name UNIVAC may sound familiar, but here's the twist. Despite their groundbreaking inventions, the Eckert-Mauchly Computer Corporation was plagued by financial troubles. They eventually sold their company to Remington Rand, and from there their story was overshadowed by other giants like IBM. So why is the Eckert-Mauchly Computer Corporation often overlooked? The answer lies in timing and business strategy. While their ideas were revolutionary, they were entering an untested market. Companies like IBM, on the other hand, had the financial resources and organizational power to dominate the industry as it matured. In fact, IBM would essentially standardize the computer market, making them the company most associated with computing in the 20th century. Meanwhile, UNIVAC, despite being first, was overshadowed. And as the Eckert-Mauchly story became buried under layers of corporate mergers and acquisitions, so too did their name in the history books. Here's another twist in the story. John Mauchly himself was wrongfully accused of communist ties during the McCarthy-era Red Scare. This stoked controversy, further damaging the company's reputation just as the computer revolution was about to catch fire. In the end, the Eckert-Mauchly Corporation became a footnote in the meteoric rise of the tech industry, overshadowed by the corporate behemoths we associate with computing today. Although they may not be household names, the contributions of Eckert and Mauchly are everywhere. Their invention of ENIAC and UNIVAC laid the foundation for all modern computers. The architecture they pioneered, programmable systems capable of performing a variety of tasks, is still the backbone of today's hardware design. Without Eckert and Mauchly's groundbreaking work, we wouldn't have the personal computers, smartphones, or even servers that power the internet today. They turned the computer from a specialized government tool into something anyone could use, a revolution that's still unfolding. So, the next time you power on your laptop or phone, take a second to remember the hidden legacy of the Eckert-Mauchly Computer Corporation and their enormous role in creating the digital world we take for granted. History often overlooks its greatest contributors. From the team behind ENIAC to those who created the very first software programs, the computer is the brainchild of giants whose names we may never fully know. What other forgotten pioneers of technology do you think deserve the spotlight? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more untold histories and hidden stories shaping our world today.